privilege.
Good afternoon. This is the 5FM Radio Main News. The headlines. State drops its charges against Faith Musonda. 5 opposition political parties to endorse Calabar for 2026 election. Ethiopian troops executed aid workers in Tigray war, charity says. This bulletin is live on our Facebook and YouTube channel 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, my name is Lance Sannie Banda. Opposition Citizens First leader Harry Kalaba has disclosed that 5 opposition parties have endorsed him as a presidential candidate for the 2026 general election. Mr. Kalaba says the said alliance will soon announce his endorsement, hence warning that going solo in next year's polls will be disastrous. Speaking when he featured on Tuesday's edition of the Burning Issue program, the opposition leader stated that it will be difficult for any political party to secure a 50 plus 1% vote, hence underscoring the need for opposition political parties to join hands to defeat the ruling party. Mr. Kalaba alleged that Zambians have lost confidence in the UPND government. The situation, he said, would make it difficult for President Hichilema to amass the 50 plus 1 vote in 2026. In the meantime, the opposition leader has called on the Electoral Commission of Zambia ECZ to adhere to the Electoral Code of Conduct than favoring the ruling party. Mr. Kalaba further stated that ECZ requires serious changes to effectively manage the 2026 polls, warning that the said election will be emotive, adding that the will of the people must prevail.
This Electoral Commission of Zambia requires a lot. They need to change their attitude completely. And I think the chairperson of the ECZ, Madam Zalomis, has to take note of what we are saying, because elections are a very emotive issue. And we expect the ECZ to act accordingly. There are a lot of issues that are happening within the Electoral Commission of Zambia and within these elections that we are having, why the ECZ looks the other way. Just earlier on, I was telling you, Zach, on the issue of what happened in Kimasala Ward, where they were grading roads during the elections. They were giving social cash transfer during the elections. The ECZ knows that those machinations are being propelled by the UPND to advantage themselves. And yet the Electoral Code of Conduct is against such kind of machinations. But the ECZ is allowing that to pass. We need to have a meeting with the ECZ and bring out these matters, because forewarned is forearmed.
The state has dropped espionage charges Faith Musonda. Today, Ms. Musonda appeared before the Lusaka Magistrates Court on a charge of idle disorderly conduct, and she is yet to take plea by press time. The charge follows an incident on July 2nd, 2025, when the accused allegedly stormed the residence of President Hakainde Hichilema in an attempt to see the First Lady Mutinta Hichilema. Last week, the Zambia Police Service formally charged and arrested Ms. Musonda, aged 41, of Chalala, Lusaka, with espionage and criminal trespass, contrary to Section 3A of the State Security Act, Chapter 111 of the Laws of Zambia, and 306, Cap 87 of the Laws of Zambia, respectively. Brief facts of the matter are that on 2nd July 2025, between 0330 hours, 30 hours rather, and 01 hours, the suspect is alleged to have unlawfully driven to community house in New Kasama residential area. Kamfinsa Member of Parliament Christopher Kangombe has pointed out the importance of strategically establishing, processing, and manufacturing industries in areas where raw materials are readily available. Speaking on the matter, Mr. Kangombe states the economic potential that could be unlocked through value addition at the source of resource extraction. He stressed that such a move will not only create employment opportunities for local communities, but also significantly the national economy through industrialization. Mr. Kangombe pointed to Mapatisia constituency as such an area known for its lithium deposits. He noted that the area presents a prime opportunity for the establishment of a battery manufacturing plant which could capitalize on the local availability of lithium, a critical component in battery production.
Should have that's actually supposed to uh, shortlist this subject of special minerals, where you simply say you don't just focus on sujilite in Luapa. You also ask yourself, what about the gold in Mufumbwe? What about the gold in Vubwi? So we need a study. What about the lithium in Mapatisia? Because we've asked in Parliament why we have so much lithium in Mapatisia, yet we have no battery manufacturing company in Mapatisia, batteries from lithium.
His Excellency Mr. Kennedy M. Shipande, High Commissioner of the Republic of Zambia, has officially presented his letters of Her Excellency the Most Honorable Cynthia A. Pratt, Governor General of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, accrediting him as Zambia's High Commissioner to the Bahamas. During the ceremony, the Governor General warmly accepted their credentials and congratulated Mr. Shipande on his appointment. She highlighted the long-standing diplomatic relationship between Zambia and the Bahamas, noting that the two nations established formal ties on March 19, 1975. This year marks the 50th anniversary of their enduring friendship and cooperation. Governor General Pratt emphasized the mutual support between the countries in multilateral forums, which includes their consistent endorsement of each other's candidates to international bodies. She also extended her best wishes to His Excellency Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Republic of Zambia, for the continued peace, prosperity, and stability. Furthermore, the Governor General called for increased dialogue and collaboration between the two nations, particularly in the areas of economic development, trade, and climate resilience. She identified significant opportunities for knowledge exchange, especially in sectors such as renewable energy and sustainable energy. She also referenced the landmark Memorandum of Understanding signed in 2024 between the African Union and CARICOM, which she described as a crucial step toward between Africa and the Caribbean. In response, Mr. Shipande conveyed warm greetings to the government of the Bahamas from President Hakainde Hichilema and reiterated his commitment to advancing bilateral cooperation throughout his tenure as High Commissioner. The National Action for Quality Education in Zambia, NACE's Executive Director Aaron Chansa has reaffirmed his organization's stance to pursue government rather to immediately consider publishing a list of the recruited teachers, saying the delay is not only unjustifiable but also unacceptable. Dr. Chansa has therefore emphasized that teacher recruitment is not a favor to the nation but an administrative and moral obligation that must be treated with the highest priority. Dr. Chansa is shocked with the failure by Education Minister Douglas Yagalima to actualize his assurance following his promise to the public to publish the list of over 2,000 new teachers within 2 weeks in March this year. To prevent such delays in future, Dr. Chancellor said NACES recommends that all teacher recruitment exercises be strictly time-bound and monitored by an independent oversight body comprising education stakeholders, civil society, and parliament, adding that transparent digital platforms should also be used to update the public on recruitment progress in real time.
The Minister of Education, Honorable Darius Yakalima, announced to the nation that his ministry was going to release a list of more than 2,000 in the next 2 weeks. But 4 months after that, this list has not been published. This is not acceptable. We want the ministry to release this list because the ministry requires urgently more than 80,000 teachers in order to better the pathetic teacher-pupil ratios that are obtaining in most schools, especially in rural areas.
And in other news trending this afternoon, Mr. Kendrick CMA, Secretary General of the Organized Vendors and Traders Multipurpose Cooperative Society Limited, has welcomed the Mongoose Council's move, describing it as a step towards restoring sanity in trading areas. Philmac Financial Advisory's Chief Visionary Officer and Financial Advisor Joseph Simwanda has called for retirees to be granted immediate access to a substantial lump sum upon retirement. Up next, the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
Organized Vendors and Traders Multipurpose Cooperative Society Limited Secretary General Kendrick CMA has welcomed the Mungu Council's move to establish a new market, describing it as a step towards restoring sanity in trading areas. Speaking in an interview with 5FM News, Mr. CMA explained that the new Kasima bulk market has essential facilities such as running water and an ablution block, which will help prevent food contamination and improve hygiene standards. However, he acknowledged that relocations come with challenges, including the potential loss of customers. He added that this gives traders an opportunity to benefit from the Community Development Fund (CDF). Mr. Siame also called on local authorities across the country to invest in building more modern markets as a long-term solution to street vending. He further stressed the importance of involving stakeholders in the planning and design process to ensure the markets meet traders' needs and reduce resistance during future relocations.
The new reconstructed market, I think it is the best thing that the local municipal council of Mongo has done. And our members to follow what the authorities are saying, looking at they sell different merchandise, and the sanity is more important to every individual, regardless to where it comes from. This new market has got the ablution block, which our traders will benefit as they are selling foodstuffs. They won't contaminate the food that they are selling because water and the sanitary is good.
Ends the business news, and in foreign news, Ethiopian government forces executed 3 employees of medical charity Medicine Sans Frontiers (MSF) while they were on a humanitarian mission in Ethiopia's war-hit northern Tigray region 4 years ago, a senior MSF official has told the BBC. Raquel Ayora's comments came as MSF released its findings on what it called the International and brother and targeted killing of the three, a Spanish national and two Ethiopians at the height of the now ended conflict in Tigray. MSF said it was releasing its findings as the government had failed to provide a credible account of the deaths despite 20 face to face meetings over the last 4 years. 35-year-old Spaniard Maria Hernandez Martes, along with 32-year-old Johannes Helfom Reda and 31-year-old Tedros Kibremam, were killed on 24 June 2021 while traveling in central Tigray to assess medical needs. And in sports news, Copper Queens winger Rachel Nachula says Zambia's confidence is sky high heading into Friday's quarterfinal clash with Nigeria at the Total CAF Women's Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON 2024. Zambia finished second in Group B without losing a single match and collecting 7 points. The focus now shifts to Friday's crunch tie against the record champions Nigeria in a rematch of the 2022 bronze medal match where Zambia won 1-0. She said the team's mentality is solid and their preparation has been focused on executing Coach Nora Hopter's plans. Zambia's win over Nigeria in 2022 remains a key point of motivation for Nachula and the Copper Queens. The winner of the Zambia versus Nigeria quarterfinal will meet either South Africa or Senegal in the semifinal. And that item brings us to the end of the news. But before we go, a recap of the stories that made headlines. The state has dropped espionage charges against Lusaka businesswoman Faith Musonda. Opposition Citizens First Leader Harry Kalava has disclosed that 5 opposition parties have endorsed him as a presidential candidate for the 2026 general election. And finally, Ethiopian government forces executed 3 employees of medical charity Medicine Sans Frontiers (MSF) while they were on a humanitarian mission in Ethiopia's war-hit northern Tigray region 4 years ago, a senior MSF official has told the BBC. For more news, follow us on Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia, and on YouTube, 5FM Radio Zambia. And on behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the happy world of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. My name is Lance Sannie Banda.